Hi and welcome along to ArsenalFanTV. It's Europa League time yet again. Thursday night football. We're starting to get a bit used to it now, sort of. But it's Arsenal versus Red Star Belgrade. Of course, we played Red Star Belgrade a couple of weeks ago. Went out there to Belgrade. I've got to say, it was a very, very hostile place for Arsenal to go to. Their fans were magnificent. They were in the ground about an hour before kickoff. They were jumping. The atmosphere was absolutely electric. But Arsenal went there and got the result. Didn't play great on the night. Ground it out. And Olivier Giroud popped up with a massive goal just before the end of the game. And won it 1-0 for Arsenal. It was actually an excellent away win for Arsenal. And the team showed a lot of cojones, as we like to say, a lot of character, and yeah, it was a great victory for Arsenal. So this is the return fixture. Red Star coming to London to play Arsenal. Now we will see, just as we did with FC Cologne, that Red Star will bring a lot of fans. I would assume that a lot of the Serbian community that follows Red Star in the UK will be there and be right behind their team, and they'll be making up a lot of noise, just like what they did at their place. But listen, it's at home. Arsenal have been very, very good at home, unbeaten at home this season, and you would fully expect Arsenal to get the job done. Who's going to play in the game? Jack Wilshere, of course, you know, this is where he's been figuring a lot, and that has been in the Europa League, and he's been playing very well. He played very, very well in Belgrade, made the goal, and you would just assume that Jack Wilshere, unless he's unfit, will be back in the team. And this is sort of his rehabilitation at the moment, Jack Wilshere. His rehabilitation is playing, you know, 90 minutes in these games, playing 90 minutes in the Carabao Cup, and hopefully getting into the first team of Arsenal Football Club. But it's been good, in a way, this competition, because we've got a very, very important game on the weekend against Manchester City away. Now, if we would have been playing Champions League football this week, all of our main players would have to play in the Champions League and then go away and play at City. But with this competition, we can rest all of those players, and we can give a lot of the fringe players a game and a lot of youngsters a game. Now, who should start up front in this game alongside Olivier Giroud? Should it be Theo Walcott? Now, scored against Bate Borisov in the first game, but since then it's been very, very disappointing. Last week in the Carabao Cup against Norwich, he was particularly disappointing, and that was with him being the captain. And there were a lot of, you know, very disgruntled fans, you know, calling Theo out. Then Eddie Enquiries came on and he scored that brace that won us the game. And since then, everybody's just been talking about Eddie. Now, who should start with Giroud? Should it be Theo Walcott or should it be Eddie? I'm going to do a poll on it. Let me know who you think should start. Of course, Theo, vastly experienced player. You know, he scores goals, but he has been disappointing. Eddie Enquiries, sorry for the bad pronunciations on it. But he came on, he scored a brace, he's on a high. What do? Do you throw Eddie in from the start and say, you know what, go out there and show us your stuff? Or do you say to yourself, let's protect this guy a bit? You know, everybody's just getting too carried away. A bit like we do with Reiss Nelson. He's just a brilliant player. We all want him to succeed. We all want him to be one of our own. But sometimes we're putting a bit too much pressure on these players. Does Arsene Wenger say to himself, I don't want to put too much pressure on Eddie, where he goes out there and he's trying too hard to make an impression, and then all of a sudden he doesn't have such a great game, and then people start saying, well, actually, you know what, he ain't all that, you know? Or do you just say to yourself, have Eddie on the bench, bring him on later for Theo or for somebody else? I'd like to know, Eddie or Theo, who should start in the game? And, you know, I basically look at the team and I say more or less a similar team to what played in the Carabao Cup last week, because there are certain, even senior players, that are sort of on their way back. Matthew Debuchy, who probably play as a centre-back after what Arsene Wenger's been saying, he's looked pretty decent since he's come back. Really, I've been impressed by him. Guy's been out in the wilderness for so long. He's been playing okay. there's other senior players like Giroud. Really, if you want to get yourself into the first team, you need to go out there and put in a performance. As I said, Theo, you need to put in a performance. Francis Coquelin, who was particularly disappointing against Norwich, you need to put in a performance. And then, of course, all the young players knocking on the door, Willock, you know, Maitland Miles, you know, all of these guys, Reece Nelson, all of them will be chomping at the bit. So I fully expect us to get the job done. Of course, as I said, it's going to be a real change team. We've beaten 1-0 over there. They are a decent team. They are going to come and have a go. Every one of these teams, Red Star, Bate Borisov, Cologne, this is like their Champions League final. Coming to Arsenal, an established Champions League team over the years, playing at the Emirates Stadium. For them, it's a dream come true. They're in the shop window if they perform well of all the top clubs in England looking at them. So they're going to come and give it 100%. But then it's good experience for our players as well. But I still expect Arsenal to get the job done. I'm going to go for Arsenal winning the game by 2-1. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. And as I said, the poll, Theo or Eddie, let me know. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow night at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal versus Red Star Belgrade.